So it has been talking about the Artemis II program recently, if you've been paying attention. Um, Artemis II is getting ready to launch at its earliest February 6th. Everything's going according to plan. Everything's going positive so far. The rocket's currently at Cape Canaveral, sitting at the launch point. Yeah, and everything is going through the dress rehearsals and crews and training for a launch. Yeah, so everything's going smoothly. And then, so what is Artemis 2's mission to do? So Artemis 2, just like Artemis 1, so Artemis 1 was an unmanned, they sent a rocket around Earth and then around the moon. It takes 3 days to get to the moon, 3 days back. It's a 10-day mission, going around the Earth and the moon. And then Artemis 2 will come in, launching February 6th at the earliest. We'll send humans in an orbit around the Earth and then escape the Earth's gravitational pull. And then it will send a 3-day mission out to the moon and will orbit around the moon and then come all the way back. So in total, it will take more than about 10 days of entire mission. This is basically setting up training for humans to live under the conditions of what it's like, before we actually send humans to the moon. And we haven't sent humans to the moon in like 50 years since the Apollo program. But this is the first time since then, for the last 5 decades, that we're sending humans back to the moon. And then this is over time, we are going to be learning more about the geology, just the understanding of the formation of the moon. We want to test about experiments about how we can turn ice water in the deep craters of the moon where sunlight can't really reach it. Understand the environment on the other side, on the near side of the moon, on the dark side. Because like I said, the moon kind of has that fluctuation of temperature, so the nighttime is sweltering. So nighttime is blistery cold, whereas the daytime it's blistering hot. But yeah, so we want to understand about the makeup of the moon more, and we want to understand different experiments. Also, this is also a planned mission to basically understand how we can use ice water basically as fuel for interplanetary missions, especially when we send humans to Mars. And I do have some ego and then some biases going to the Mars thing. And I was actually going to explain kind of just my thoughts and opinions, kind of an unbiased opinion, as we send humans to Mars, as we kind of inch closer and we understand, what is the repercussions of sending humans to Mars? Can we actually send humans to Mars? But right now, we want to be in the testing process of sending humans back to the moon, and we can understand just the basic ecology or the geology of the moon. We can understand chemistry. We can understand the physics behind, how we can live on the moon, as we obviously, with the future Artemis programs, where we send reactors to the moon, we want to understand how we can build those, and we want to train how we do it on Mars. So basically, that's kind of what Artemis 2 is all about. It's kind of sending humans basically the same way we did to Artemis 1, but this time we send humans in orbit around the Earth and the moon. So yeah, February 6th at the earliest. There will be some live streams of different channels. I think Launch Now, Space Launch Now, usually does the live streams of these launches. NASA does have live streams as well. But yeah, keep those out, and yeah, let me know what your opinions about going to the moon and going to Mars.